It's okay.
3, 2, 1,
go.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 34 of the PBnJ Podcast. Real quick, just to
It's
make
like
fun
the
of
10th
myself.
time he said 20.
Yeah, I keep calling it 24. I think maybe I just can't believe we've actually made it this far. I'm not really sure. Anyway, coming at you live, not live, from the now virtual PBnJ Podcast Studios. We're all here, right, guys? Episode 34.
I'm not here.
You're not here?
No.
Who's here? What? No.
I'm not here at all. No.
The problem is that this is being recorded, not only audio, video. That's right. I do have a live stream going again. We currently have 0 viewers.
There's no proof that I'm here.
I assume
That video is photoshopped frame by frame.
Yeah. if it wasn't 12:45 a.m. when we're starting to record, I assume my wife would listen. I don't know. So what's up, guys? What the fuck's up?
Well, I mean, it was Thanksgiving this week. So
man,
happy belated Thanksgiving, everybody. That's part of the reason why we were delayed in streaming, because we had to have turkey time with the family. And you can't expect us to just show up whenever you want. All right.
But I know you all are thankful for the PBnJ podcast.
Yeah, I know all of you said that in your.
Are we thankful for the PBnJ podcast, Jordan?
It's gonna be a thing. Don't worry.
Okay. All right.
I want pod pants. That'd beat the shit out of parachute pants. I'm just saying.
Wait for Christmas.
What would a pod pant be though?
It would be like like 2 peas in a pod. It's exclusively male pants, if that helps you with the mental image of what the peas are.
Oh, so it's hold on, wait. So does it have like a section that your boys fall into?
Kinda. I imagine it as like a pouch, and essentially.
What about the Frank though? The Frank and beans. The beans get a bowl.
Oh, the stock doesn't show on this pea pod. All right, this is purely just
Patrick.
This is purely just for the boys.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Ball comfort.
Don't make this weird.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, Thanksgiving was awesome. I went to my best friend's house. They invited me. My best friend's family has.
I went to my best friend's house. They didn't know I was coming.
Yeah, their family didn't know I was coming. I just showed
didn't know.
up.
Crash Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, they've unofficially adopted me. So we I showed up, and it's a Hispanic family, so we had a very Hispanic Thanksgiving. They had pasteles. Pistoles?
Is that the thing that's like wrapped in like a banana leaf or some shit?
It can be, but this one was like it was a mixture of like a banana leaf and like plantain and like some sort of like starch. It was fucking amazing. And then
my mom makes them all the time. I call them duty patties. They're disgusting.
They're amazing, and fuck you. They have like olives and like meat, and it's so good.
They're so
good. They're not. And we had rice and beans, and we had, also the regular Thanksgiving staples of, mac and cheese, potato salad, turkey, obviously. And I loaded up. It was so good. And then we had pumpkin pie after, on point with some Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Sponsored by Cool Whip. And, so it was a great time. We watched Die Hard because, Christmas is almost here. And Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I'll fight anyone who disagrees.
No. It really is a staple Christmas movie. Now, a lot of people don't even realize it. But, I mean, go back, watch the movie. Love yourself.
For real. It is a treat.
So good.
It is a treat. And I don't know if you guys know this, but in that movie, Bruce Willis gave up part of his hearing. Not intentionally, but he lost part of his hearing for that movie. So we need to appreciate his sacrifice. There's a scene where he's under a table. And there's a guy with a submachine gun above him, and he shoots through the table at the guy and kills him. But because he didn't have earplugs in, like they didn't do any safety precautions at all, and while he's firing blanks are the same sound levels, the same decibels as a gun. It was right by his ear, and he lost like 60% hearing in his left ear from that scene.
Damn.
So he's like partially deaf in that ear. So we have to, at the very least, view the film just for his sacrifice, and it's just a joy to watch. It's a great movie. It's one of the few movies that I just don't pick apart. Which, I pick everything apart. So this is one of those just gilded films where I can actually turn my brain off and just enjoy what I'm viewing.
Well, let me ask you something, since we're kind of on the subject of Bruce Willis films.
Okay.
How do you feel about The Fifth Element?
All right.
I love The Fifth Element.
I have a
don't say bad things. I like it.
I have a love-hate relationship with The Fifth Element.
Really?
Mostly love. But
hey, look, it's you.
Stop! You're fucking up the audio.
Yeah, you are.
Look at it. Look how cool.
Yeah, no, I see it. I see it. It's very cool. But The Fifth Element has amazing things about it. But there are certain inconsistencies, and obviously it's kind of a campy movie, so it's designed to be that way.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, the opera singer. There's an unseen scene where she eats 4 fucking giant stones.
Yeah.
Like,
but
what
why,
the
though?
fuck?
What was the point
To hide them.
the giant
To hide them. Yeah.
To hide them.
To keep them from the alien guys.
But the alien guys still found out somehow. That's my problem, is that she fucking had the dedication to eat these fucking stones, but somehow they still figured it out that they were in her, right? And like how did she even fit the stones in her throat?
There's probably some unknown alien information that we're unaware of. So like that race is probably known for having the ability to
like
suck
4
all
stomachs,
the dicks.
like cows.
Exactly.
Like something.
Stomach.
I don't know, because like she's humanoid shaped, so there's no bulges in her belly, but she had 4 stones that are like fucking huge. They're like
18 inches.
They're almost a forearm.
Yeah.
Large. And it's just like, all right. So, but the singing in the opera scene in that movie, which some people it bothers them because it seems gratuitous because it's kind of a long scene, it's fantastic. Like, it's insane what they did. And obviously it's not naturally done with her voice, but there are people who have strived to, make a natural version of that song.
Oh my God, that guy.
Yes, that guy. I can't remember his name. He has a yeah, that guy.
Oh, Vitas.
Yes, Vitas. Thank you. But he has the Seventh Opera, and it's a Fifth Element song. Essentially, it's him doing
the Seventh Element. That's what's going on.
You should look that shit up.
Yeah,
it's
so fucking weird.
It's fucking great. And he's a great. His voice is amazing, but like he has some insane stuff that he does with it. But yeah, so I have some problems with that film for that. There's also the fact that a nebulous void in space, just the darkness, quote unquote, that's talking to the main bad guy who is motivated by greed and money, but the universe is going to be destroyed where the money can't be spent. So that's kind of bad motivation there. You're kind of an idiot. Also, the darkness is calling him on a phone. So there's an unseen scene where this nebulous void that has no physical being is just like picking up a cell phone and being like, hey, bro, can you go like rip some stones out of a space opera, bitch? Because I would really appreciate that. Like those things. But I love the movie because there's a lot of great things. Funnily enough, one of the things I love about that movie is the one thing that everyone hates, which is Chris Rock's character.
No,
I fucking love him.
He's my favorite part of that movie.
He gets so much hate for that film. Like, people think that he is awful. People think that he's annoying and that he shouldn't have been in there. I fucking loved it. I thought it was great.
What do they give him hate for? It's because of the character. So they're giving him hate for playing the character the way it's supposed to have been played, though.
Yes, but that's the thing. They hate the character. They hate the character. They think that it was unnecessary for the film. And I'm just like,
that though. Like he was
the guy.
Yeah.
He was Ryan Seacrest in space before Ryan Seacrest was a thing. Like, he was fucking amazing.
He was perfect.
He was. I loved him.
Haters.
I agree. I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad that you guys are with me on that, because that fucking.
He's the best.
It bothered me when I saw that. Yeah.
Somehow we started with, hey, Thanksgiving, jumped to it's Christmas movie time.
We started bringing up movies, and then that's the end.
All the fucking way to.
I will pick that train up and I will suplex it off the tracks to derail it if we start talking about movies. Just
Yeah.
spoiler alert.
Yeah,
I will Final Fantasy that shit. Suplex.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
we made it. We've made it through the first 10 minutes of our show already. Good job.
All right. But yeah,
I
so
do want to talk about Thanksgiving though.
Yeah, okay.
What did you guys do?
I'll get back to Thanksgiving. So we ate food. It was great, and we watched Die Hard, and then I went home and I had a personal Thanksgiving, which basically I bought a turkey because it was dirt cheap. It was like 99 cents a pound or 89 cents a pound or something ridiculously cheap because Thanksgiving was coming up, and it was a 13-pound bird, which for like a big group gathering thing, that's not a lot of turkey. That's like maybe 4 to 5 people with, you know, decent portions. But for one dude, I have so much fucking leftover turkey now, and it came out bomb. I am so happy with that turkey.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Today was Thanksgiving number 2. I am a hobbit. Second breakfast is tomorrow. So that was my Thanksgiving. It was glorious.
I'm a hobbit.
I am a hobbit. I'm a 6'2" hobbit with no fur on his feet.
So you jumped over to your friend's house, and did they have like? I'm curious. Was it like a big thing, or was it just family?
It was mainly just family, or well, no, it was just family. But it wasn't like the whole extended family. It was my best friend, her parents, and my best friend's sister, or you know the husband of the sister, and their 2 kids.
Yeah.
So you know it was a nice like close knit little thing, and you know we did the whole at the prayer situation where we all say what we're thankful for, and it was really cool. And I was told that they were thankful for me, and I was just like, oh shit, and I got all like, yeah,
oh shit.
Yeah, no, you know, like on the outside I was like, oh thank you, that's so sweet. On the inside I was like, oh shit, motherfucker. I was all excited and shit. It was great. But yeah, that was my Thanksgiving.
Nice,
Jordan.
That's awesome.
What did you do? Let me ask you a question. Did you actually, Bryce, real quick, their food, I know that, did they have like traditional, because I know you said they had
they had mac and cheese, you know, potato salad, the turkey, you know, things like that. The one thing that they didn't have, which makes sense because I feel like this is more of a white people side dish, is green bean casserole. I missed a good green bean casserole. I'm gonna make a green bean casserole later for my leftovers so I can have third Thanksgiving. So I'm celebrating hard. I got a lot to be thankful for, mainly food.
So, Jordan, we all know that you're here on borrowed time, right? You're eventually going to be thrown over Trump's wall. So, did you also have like, is your Thanksgiving like what Bryce was talking about, where there's some dishes that are different or things that were missing?
No, not really.
I mean, are you like full blown Americanized?
We had hamburgers on Thanksgiving because I'm American.
Not that American.
Except for Thanksgiving is just American, right? I mean,
it is literally American.
It's.
I actually think we should change Thanksgiving a bit, but yeah,
we're gonna talk about
that later.
I'm gonna get to like my kids learning about Thanksgiving and stuff here in a minute.
I'm so excited! Yes,
talk about.
They're gonna be woke as fuck. All right, go ahead.
Oh, God. So anyway, Jordan.
No, it was pretty normal. So we had it here at my house, and my wife's family came over, and so did mine. We just all had it here in like a centralized location.
Nice.
But we had all the typical stuff.
Was your wife going crazy, like knowing people were going to be coming over and shit, like super cleaning and stuff?
We can't have any proof that people live here.
Yeah, for 2 full days prior, and mind you, I have a 2-year-old with toys all over the house, and she tried to keep the house clean 2 days before Thanksgiving. I was like,
that's a bad idea.
No fucking way.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Put him down for a nap, and then cleaned like 2 hours before they were supposed to be at my house.
That's what they should. That's what you do.
Exactly.
Like maybe mop the floor, like the general cleaning stuff. Do that days in advance, but the actual like making things presentable, 2 hours before they show up.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm glad you guys are on my side, because I was alone here on that.
You know what?
Island.
This is what you
by
need.
Himself. Island of dirty by himself.
Going forward, just to improve. When you're in a situation like this where you're outmanned, outgunned, you have 2 brothers in arms ready to come on a 3-way call at your need to say, "The fuck are you doing?" Like, come on, like it's not going to stay clean.
No.
I appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
Just hit us up. You know how to get to us. We will take the time out of our day. We will schedule it.
Well, there's some stuff that you want to do though. I mean, like there's like the vacuuming and mopping and dusting, like that kind of stuff.
Cleaning the
But
bathroom.
trying to keep your house straightened up with a 2-year-old running around, it's literally impossible. So I don't. You know.
Like the full house cleaning, as far as like hygiene, cool. Do that 2 days in advance. That's fine. And then just spot clean as messes get made, because a 2-year-old's gonna fucking spill applesauce and somehow get jam on their hands, even if you don't have jam in the fucking house. I don't understand. 2-year-olds have like jam summoning abilities where they're just like, I got jam on my hands, I'm all sticky.
Little black hole portals that just open out of nowhere.
You know what? Your kid probably has double jam powers because you're jelly. Jesus Christ.
I'm virtually certain of that.
Yeah.
So how many people?
I'm gonna do some research.
Like 10, 15, 5.
I was gonna say 5.
So it was me, my wife, my son, my parents, my brother and his girlfriend, my uncle, grandfather, father-in-law, sister-in-law, and niece. 12 people. Nice.
Did you guys have like just multiple tables set up, or do you have like a special table that you like use for events or something? Or
no. So we just have our dinner table that seats 6, and everybody was there. And then we also have like the breakfast nook bar thing.
I set the kids up on that kind of deal.
Yeah, and then just like sitting on the couch. It was really chill.
That's nice. I like that.
Nothing super formal, because I'm not a very formal guy. We all know that.
I find that events that are too formal make everyone uncomfortable when it's like a big thing with that, because you don't want to like mess up their house, because you know that they took a lot of time, they're cooking for you and everything, and you know, if it's super formal, you just feel like you can't move. And when it's nice and informal like that, it's really laid back and chill. That's the best. Those are the best things.
Yeah, 100%.
It was super easy, so I had a lot of fun. It was really cool.
That's good. That's good.
Turkey, ham, some.
T.O. Ray, is it T.O. Ray? Right? Yeah. He showed up.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
So
is he still listening to us? What's up, Ray?
There's a Spanish restaurant over by my side of town called Maracas.
Oh, I haven't had Maracas in forever.
Yeah, he got them to cater. He got your typical rice and beans.
The rice, and
then pernil. And they messed up his order. He ordered a thing of rice for 15 people.
Yeah.
So he goes and picks it up, and they made the wrong thing. They made a platter for 30.
What?
Screw it. We messed up. Take it anyway.
Damn right,
dude.
You got leftovers for weeks.
Ridiculous amount of rice.
That's awesome.
Everybody had like 2-3 servings and shit, and it looked like nobody touched it.
Well, you know,
really,
that's good. That's good.
That's insane.
It is insane.
But yeah,
that just means that your leftovers are going to be lit.
Now, did you have a turkey and stuff also, or just
turkey and ham and potato salad? We did have green bean casserole.
White people.
Yes, indeed.
That's because your wife.
Cool. That was a lot of fun. It was awesome.
Nice.
Very delicious.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of the same for me. So we did it here at my house. Mm-hmm. Talk about cleaning. My wife did, and freak out essentially up until and during, about cleaning. Like now granted, I did want to spray some spots, and then I kind of got carried away. But I did pressure wash essentially my whole backyard,
including the ground.
You know what's so funny is my kid fucking made the same joke.
It was Skylar?
Yes. Yeah. Skylar, my 13-year-old, made the same fucking joke.
The Padawan is learning.
Apparently. So
do it.
And we did ham, turkey,
nice.
Like normal basic Thanksgiving. And honestly, the reason that I was asking, real quick, and the reason I knew what that thing you were talking, what was the thing you brought up, Bryce? That I was like, and then you said his mom makes him all the time.
Pasteles? Am I saying that? Yes. I don't remember. Yeah.
Okay.
Pateles.
The only reason I know that is because I'm listening to a different podcast right now on my way home, and Angel of Boom, right? That guy. He was talking about the Puerto Rican Thanksgiving, and he brought those up. He brought that up. He's like, and a lot of I noticed a lot of white people, they do Thanksgiving, and they have like one course, we don't do that. We do, and it sounds honestly, listening to even Jordan as well, it sounds like you had like a choice. several choices. In
Oh,
fact.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
how you're supposed to do Thanksgiving, and this is just how I've always had Thanksgiving done, in my family and everything, is you have so much shit to choose from that you cannot fit a little bit of everything on one plate.
That is
You have
correct.
to go back to
Absolutely
one.
correct. Exactly how it was here.
Yeah, because it I somehow managed with all the stuff that they had there to fit it all on one plate by taking like 2 spoonfuls of each. I still got a second plate because obviously. But
You know what's so funny about that? So my wife put out like a little cheese plate thing right earlier, and I had eaten earlier, and then I sat there and essentially ate cheese and olives, for 2 hours straight, and then
Thanksgiving dinner.
So we have Thanksgiving, and I pile a big giant plate. I get like halfway through it, and I'm like, oh my god, and now I say plate, like these are like
you fucking filled up on the bread.
They're fucking gigantic plates,
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I filled the whole fucking thing like a mountain. I almost finished the whole thing. I'm like, oh my god, I can't eat anymore, right? So I set the plate down. For some reason, as soon as pie was available,
Instant room.
I was immediately hungry.
immediately starving.
Yes.
Famished, haven't eaten in days.
Ate pie and then ate more turkey. It doesn't.
And you know what's strange about that is that only happens on Thanksgiving. Because any other time, if I have a big ass meal and then there's pie after, I'm like, I'll still like force myself, but like cut me a sliver, like the tiniest pie slice ever, just because I want the taste. But
this was chocolate cream pie.
Oh my god!
And I needed it in my life, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
So,
but pie on Thanksgiving takes the properties of Jell-O. There's always room for Jell-O. There is always room for pie on Thanksgiving only.
Not for me.
Really?
Is there always room for pie on every day for you, Jordan? Is that what you're saying?
No, I actually don't like pie unless it's like one of those ice cream ones.
You know what? That makes perfect sense for you. You don't like
pumpkin pie, crap like that. No.
Okay, so hold on. I don't really. I'll eat pumpkin pie. I'm not like a super duper fan of it. I'm like a big apple pie guy. I like an apple pie with a crumb, the crumb top.
Yes.
Which I didn't get this year for some reason. Wife, just kidding. Yeah, everything.
I'm just kidding. Don't beat me up.
Yeah, right. So I like that, but dude, like a chocolate cream pie is just so amazing.
Yeah. That's every day. Hell yeah, I would.
For me, I didn't get into pie until later. Like when I was younger, I hated pie and I could only eat pumpkin pie, and pumpkin pie was still something that I wouldn't eat all of it. It turns out I just didn't like the crust, and that was my problem. And then later on in life, there's a diner restaurant place called the Village Inn. It's a chain type place.
I know the Village Inn.
Oh yeah, and they've got some of the best fucking pie like ever. And that was the first time I ever had banana cream pie was from the Village Inn. And ever since then, every pie I've ever tasted was amazing. I even like sour cream raisin pie, which I know
I've pretty much always liked pie.
Mm-hmm.
My mom used to make, and she still does, makes a amazing apple pie. I fucking love pie, honestly. And so anyway, we had a bunch of people over. Ryan and Andrew actually came over.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Ryan brought Colby. The kids played. I assumed that we'd play some Injustice 2. Instead, the kids played Injustice 2.
And you guys watched. Did you place bets? You guys should have had like a pool going.
No, absolutely. Honestly, because I only just got this game. Right. It's a fighting game for people that don't know.
DC Comics fighting game. It's
pretty fucking amazing.
It's really good.
So Ryan's had it for a while, and this one's much different from the first one in that you level up characters and get like gear and shit for him. So
really?
Okay,
so it's kind of like the Mortal Kombat, the newer Mortal Kombats in that regard. That's cool.
Yes,
and like Soul Calibur.
So his controller in the hand of anyone stomps on my controller in the hand of anyone. I mean, really,
because they're all geared up.
Yeah, that and Ryan's abnormally good at this game. Honestly, he could beat his controller with my controller kind of guy, right?
That's funny.
So anyway, we thought at first, I'm like, man, Colby's whooped Chloe's ass like 4 times in a row, and I was like, damn. And then we swapped controllers between them, and then it just went the other way. And I was like, oh, okay. I was about to say, Ryan, man, you need to fucking train his ass. He could be He could be
He
doing
could be a
championships,
contender.
tournaments and shit. You make fucking big money.
Make him run up the steps
yeah.
to the Washington Monument while holding a controller.
Yeah, right. So, and like I said, we had several people over. It was fucking awesome. I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving dinner is one of my favorites. Like one year, I had my wife. She's like, "What do you want? What do you want for your birthday dinner, honey?" And I was like, "Thanksgiving." And she made me mini Thanksgiving. Turkey, gravy, stuffing, like the whole nine for my birthday one year.
So sweet.
Yeah, my wife's fucking awesome. So,
Yep.
anyway, Thanksgiving. My favorite part about Thanksgiving is always my kids always end up doing or learning about pilgrims, right? We all know.
Oh boy.
We're gonna talk about this for just a second. Honestly, I don't have that much to say. Just kind of an opinion, and I knew that you would have much to say, and I'm so happy. So, kind of just transition into, what do we think, and what's the basic story, right? We all know it, right? The pilgrims came over.
They're starving.
They
fucking suck at farming.
Yeah, well, I mean, so yeah, for some reason,
like
no, they come over on the
pioneers. How do you farm?
But first of all, we talk about it like they were the first or only or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. But the pilgrims came over on the Mayflower. So many pilgrims were sick and died on the way. Like Chloe's telling me the story, right? This is Chloe's story. They got sick and died a lot when they came, and then they landed here, and times were rough. But then this is now Chloe's sick.
This is parrot talk. I like it.
So she's like, and then they got sick, and then the Indians came, and then they had Thanksgiving together. And I was like, oh,
is that what happened?
Sure. Is that how that went down?
Right.
So, she's kind of like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and she skips off, And then Skylar, my 13-year-old, she's like, yeah, we were talking about Thanksgiving and the pilgrims too. She's like, I was like, did you, and me and her have talked about Columbus before, Like
nice.
I've explained to her that Christopher Columbus is not a hero.
He's a dick.
Christopher Columbus never made it here ever. He made it to a bunch of islands near here, but he never, ever, ever made it to the continental United States. He did not discover any of this shit.
Not only that,
so annoying. But hold on.
But he's so stubborn that he just showed up. He's like, "This is India." That's why they're called Indians. Because
you know what's funny is at first that really is what happened, and then he became fully aware not long after, and continued to lead expeditions this way to this side of the world, purely to pillage fucking native villages. That's the only reason.
Slaves and fucking all kinds of horrible shit. And we have a day just saying, "Hey, Christopher Columbus."
But we have a fucking holiday for him. So,
I know.
so then you have the pilgrims. Okay, so the pilgrims come, and let's be honest, man, it's the same thing, right? They see the savages in the woods. And they wanna shoot him. And dude, fucking hundreds of years later, we're talking during times when America, the United States, was here. During those Indian wars, we talk a lot about how they were savages. Man, our U.S. troops were fucking scalping children. So it's not, So think back during.
We're not the heroes.
Nope. We're not.
Don't let Charlie Brown trick you.
No,
we were bros with the Indians.
Now, granted, we are the heroes of our own story, and honestly, it's fucked up to say, but we wouldn't be where we are now, or who we are now, or whatever. And I get it. And honestly,
if we didn't accidentally infect, the giant Iroquois nation with smallpox.
Well, but yes, no, that is true. You're fucking right. But honestly, I'm not hating on my ancestors because I appreciate it. Maybe should have been nicer, but I appreciate it. So anyway, so you got the pilgrims, and Bryce, why don't you enlighten me a little bit?
All right. So we show up, and we're just like, all right, God led us here because
this is our land now.
Yeah, not only is this our land now, but the reason why we're here is because we were persecuted for our beliefs. And what's funny about that is the reason why we were persecuted is because in England, it was the Church of England.
Hold on. So were the fucking Puritans that came over here and then made fucking
no, that's what I'm saying.
Trials. So there's that.
The Pilgrims were Puritans as well. And that's why they showed up, because fucking the Puritans were such obnoxious douchebags. They were the Jehovah's Witness of that time.
Unless you're a Jehovah's Witness and you like our podcast, in which case,
well, yeah, I mean, there are cool Jehovah's Witness, but there are also ones who knock on my door and then stick their foot in it, so that way I have to listen without, impolitely.
FYI, if you stick your fucking foot in my door while I'm trying to close it, I'm going to pull the door open and slam the fuck out of your foot.
Yeah, there are people who are like that. I don't like religion being thrown at me. If I want to learn about it, I'll Google it or Wikipedia it or whatever. I don't need like messengers showing up and being like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm gonna be really awkward and waste your time. But yeah, so the fucking Church of England was super chill because it was turned super chill, and there's a whole thing about that because the king at the time just loved marrying women, nullifying the marriage, and then killing them by beheading. So he made Church of England so that way he could still get into heaven. It's kind of a weird thing, but the Puritans are just like, y'all fucking suck. We're awesome. We need to go back to our roots and be super pure and just, fire and brimstone. They were the West Baptists at the time as well. So they leave because they're persecuted, quote unquote, and they show up here and fucking destroy everything. Like they suck at farming, and granted, the reason why they suck at farming is because they don't know what grows. Yeah, it is incredibly different. The climate was different. There's a whole lot of stuff going on, and the crops that were over here, there were plants that people had never seen before, like corn. Nobody knew what that shit was. Yeah, and so the Indians, they legit were bros. They showed up and they were like, "Hey, this is how you like fucking plant stuff to live."
They're usually bros, though.
I mean, they are. They're fucking chill as shit. The only reason why the Indians like fought us is because we were dicks and we betrayed them. The whole Thanksgiving thing was essentially us being like, "Hey, look, we've got crops. We've done a big harvest. Come eat with us for teaching." Awesome. So we all ate the food together. And then we were just like, "Thank you for this. Thank you for this. We'll keep all our promises. We'll totally be bros with you. Also, that land over there, we're going to take that. I hope you don't mind."
Yeah, so here's kind of
we're gonna kill your family.
Where the stories are a little different.
Yeah.
So Chloe isn't going to be told any of this. Now Skylar, she's about to be in high school.
She's gonna learn
next year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She already knows because Facebook exists and people are talking about it all over Facebook.
A lot of it is because I talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't in any way.
You shouldn't censor history.
No. Oh my God, no. You should never. And now, granted, I am a big person, and I believe, and it's truthful. We see it all over the place that the history books are written by the victor, right?
1 million.
So we teach our kids the cute Charlie Brown version of everything.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't learn about how horrible Christopher Columbus was until college. Seriously.
I wasn't taught to learn about it because I was given a project in 7th grade to where I had to do like a paper on Christopher Columbus. Yeah. But I'm not the kind of guy who would just like, repeat what was taught to me. I had access to the internet and I used that shit, and then I fucking woke that whole fucking classroom up. And the teacher was super uncomfortable because I went into detail about everything. The teacher's like, I'm like, "Yeah, this was Christopher Columbus, your hero."
So in middle school, for me, I had internet, but I didn't really use it like that. I still used the library books and shit, honestly. Yeah. So then I was like, man, and I kind of connected it all together. I was like, holy shit, we're fucking assholes. So
the ultimate douchebags. The reason why we were called the devil white men is because we were fucking awful.
Now, I will say that, I mean, in defense of, right, we thought that we had the
white devil's advocate.
Well, no. There's what's the term for that whole American thing, like something
Magna Carta? What are we talking about?
Something
colonialism?
It's a term. I'll have to think about it. I'll remember it.
Live long and prosper.
Describe it.
Yeah. It is live long and prosper. No, it's like the meaning manifest destiny.
Manifest destiny. Okay, yeah.
Right. So like this is
God
all
said
our
we need all
God said
this.
this is ours. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know, I don't know. The natives, or Indians or whatever you call them, because I actually just listened to a different podcast that was talking about how there are many different tribes that would prefer to be called an Indian over a Native American, because that's like saying that they're part of America. They're native to
not.
America, and they're fucking not. They're native to their
The
fucking
Iroquois
tribe.
Nation. Yeah.
They're Sioux or they're whatever they fucking were.
Mm-hmm.
So they some people are just like, no, we just prefer Indian because at least that incorporates everything. Yeah. Anyway, which is interesting. So moral of the story: my kids are fucking being lied to. I set their asses straight. I told them that the Pilgrims are horrible fucking people who came here.
Have some turkey.
Good job.
Who fucking came here to say this is our fucking land, and
It's funny because a friend of mine actually was talking about it online. She was like, we should change Thanksgiving a little bit to where we still make it a holiday about, family coming and eating and stuff like that, but call it Life Day and make it a celebration of the things you're thankful for and the life that you're given and stuff like that. And, just fuck the Pilgrims. And I was just like, we can't call it Life Day because Life Day was the Christmas replacement and that awful, awful, awful Star Wars Christmas special that never fucking happened. It seems that way because you can't find a recording of that shit anywhere.
As much shit as I talk about how horrible Pilgrims were or whatever, I am not in any way down with changing the holiday. I think that it is what it is, and I think
half a day off and eat a bunch day.
That's what I want. Like, get rid of the whole Charlie Brown bullshit. Like, I'm down with learning about the Thanksgiving and things like that, and I agree that we should keep it the same just because it gives people the opportunity to learn, and it was something that happened in our history, and the feast did happen.
But hold on, how many other feasts happened throughout history that we don't celebrate that happened, let's say, exactly the same way? So
the only reason why this is such a big deal is because we were almost like swept off the face of the earth as the Pilgrims, like the pioneers. This would have been a failed colonies if it weren't for this thing, and that feast was basically our "We Are Alive" feast.
But I don't believe that, though. I don't believe that at all. That would have been the failure of the colonies.
No, it would have been the failure of the colonies as we knew it. Obviously, there would be new colonies sent out. Like, people are gonna come. There's land over. Yes, sign me up to the ship. That is what she said. But it would have been the failure of that particular group. They would have died 100%. And it's just because they were the first and they were the successors, like you said, history is written by the victors. They survived the unknown elements, the weather they weren't used to, the plants they weren't used to make our nation essentially eventually. So because of that, we celebrate that. If there was a feast for group number 8 when they finally got it right, that would have been that would have been the feast. So, like, I think Thanksgiving should stay as Thanksgiving, but I think we should stop with the Charlie Brown bullshit.
That would be so funny. They'd be like, as you're telling your kids of the famous group, group that came, were they heroes?
District 8.
They were.
No, they just learned from the mistakes of the past 7 colonies. There were notes.
They didn't even want to go, actually.
But they were like, "This is a death sentence. We never hear back from them, and then we show up, and there's just dead bodies everywhere. Why are we going to try?" And they're like, "We want the land. Let's do it. There's gold over there. Let's make it happen, Captain."
Hell yeah.
So, anyway, fucking Thanksgiving and shit. Good job, guys.
High fives all around.
Oh man, I think we take a little break,
and then we should come back and we should talk about the other holiday that's right after Thanksgiving, or not really a holiday, but it's practically a holiday. Black Friday.
Black Friday. Yeah,
which should be called fucking after Thanksgiving dinner. Because fucking immediately after Thanksgiving dinner is when all the stores open up.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No, it was. That's how I got my TV, which I'll tell you guys about in great detail.
Detail.
Yeah, which is going to be really boring, but that's fine.
Well, no, look, actually,
they can't all be winners.
I got a Black Friday thing. Well, I want to talk about, which actually is a whole nother thing I'd like to talk about a little bit because I find it interesting. I think we have a story we might hit on. I don't know. I guess we'll see how much time we got.
I have to.
But, yeah.
I have to.
There's
no way I'm gonna let that go. I will make this a 5-hour episode if need be.
Okay. Well,
strap in, folks.
You
You
by
know
yourself.
whether or not we made it a 5-hour episode because you saw it from the beginning and you pressed play, so you signed up for this. That's consensual.
yep.
So,
And even
learn
though
about
there's
Thanksgiving, learn about
nobody,
consent. You're welcome.
even though there's nobody watching our live feed right now, just FYI,
Mhm.
if you were, when we go to break, the live feed just stays there. So
Yeah,
incentive.
we're too lazy to stop that shit and make 2
Yeah.
videos and splice them together. So
Fuck all that.
you get some bonus content of us just doing nothing. Maybe
Yep.
peeing. You're welcome.
So anyway,
so we're going to break in now.
bye.
You bitch.
Yeah, bish.
I'm so happy you brought that up.
What?
The whole Thanksgiving thing. Because that's like borderline
Sun in
political, I
your
guess.
eyes.
But
Yeah, but listen,
that's
it's one
like
of
in
those
the
things we
realm
can
of
talk
politics that
about.
we can, yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, I'm cool with history. Actually, I was listening to Time Suck is where I got a lot of that stuff from. I like him.
Oh, yeah.
He's good.
Yeah. I've heard good things about that podcast. I need to start listening to more podcasts because I used to love talk radio when I was a kid. That was
It
because
helps with doing this.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Because you learn a lot about how the flow is of a talk show. Because I listened to all kinds of talk shows. I listened to The Hideout back in the day. Do you guys ever hear The Hideout? Do you remember The Hideout?
Yeah, I listened to the Hideout a little
The
bit.
Hideout was so good.
Hey,
for
are we
middle
gonna
school.
do some kind of skit or something?
Oh, that's a good question. I forgot.
By the way, 2 things. One,
What?
Jordan, me and you, every time our webcams kick in, right, the little HD symbol goes away. Watch, There it is. See? Bryce, talk.
Oh.
Hi, this is Bryce, and you're watching me in HD.
But not me.
Yeah,
No.
no, me neither. Now, I think yours is better than mine. Mine's several years
Yeah.
old.
Well, this is free. This is the one that was provided to me by my job
Oh, nice.
that we're
That works
never
out.
going to use. So
That's one thing that bothers me about my job right now is they had us all paranoid. They're like, you're gonna come up on cam and we can view you on cam whenever and like all this stuff. Fucking
They don't do that, though, do they?
They don't at all. They might view me on cam, but I keep a I cut up
thing over it.
the atomizer box and I just thunk right over the cam and it just sits there permanently because I'm sorry, you're not going to watch me. And they haven't said anything yet, so either that's cool with them or they haven't actually looked at me and they don't know yet.
Yeah, mine.
So-
They've never asked me to. They said all of my coachings would be via webcam.
Same, not one coaching
Not
is via
once.
webcam. I had
I've
coaching
never
via
connected it to my
email.
work computer.
I got coachings via email. I got coachings via fucking phone. There's also a little breakout room that we can go into that's like a web coaching, which is really cool, where we have our own private chat and we vocalize and everything and we can do screen sharing, but there's no fucking cam. And it's one of those things where I'm just sitting here like, y'all have me all like wigged out over the fact that this is a built-in webcam that I can't like rip out. And now I don't even fucking care. Maybe they're willing us into a false sense of security. Maybe they're just waiting to nail us. You know?
Maybe. They're waiting one day, they're going to kick that bitch on, and you're going to be like, hello.
I do not while I'm working. I do not inhibit or do any stuff like that because I don't know.
Hey,
I am worried that I would like say something weird because I'm a weird guy naturally,
Yep.
and holding that back with just me, like putting on customer service Bryce face, fucking. I don't need any extra obstacles on that, man, because there's some people who like try and draw the real me out, and I'm just like, I gotta stop.
hey.
But-
Mhm.
So for a skit, it should be Jordan
Uh-huh.
on using the funny voice
Okay.
to answer the phone at the PB&J Watchtower,
Okay.
and it should be me and you doing a thing. I just don't know why we're calling.
What are you calling me for? Can you tell me, please?
Fucking Jim. All right, Jim. No,
Dude, it's so
no
good.
laughter in the
Aw.
PB&J Watchtower.
That makes me sad.
Good. You should be sad. Your
Well,
disappointment.
I am.
Good. Listen, Jim, we need something from you. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother calling you. All
What?
right. So I'm gonna have someone be coming over later. All right.
Okay.
And they're gonna be checking out the watchtower. All right.
Okay.
Our fortress of solitude for 3 guys. So I
Yes.
need you to clean up a bit, make it presentable, hide the porn, and anything that shouldn't be there.
Actually, take everything off that table and put it in the drawer.
Yeah, just put it in the
Okay.
drawer. Just put it in the drawer.
I get to keep the porn?
Jim, if you touch it and look at it at all, all right, I will personally lock you back in the closet.
But
You're
I-
allowed to take a picture of the front cover of
I thought
the
that's
you
what
know-
you did.
case.
Fine.
I can keep it.
Patrick, no. You can keep the picture of the front cover, and that's because Patrick is being very gracious and allowing that.
I appreciate that. So I'll hang on to it.
Okay. All right. So they're going
I'll
to be
keep
showing
all
up
the porn.
later. No, that's not what
You're throwing very, very mixed signals over here.
You fucking.
I'm sorry.
Why do we have this guy?
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I thought we fired him. He's been gone for so long.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
locked him in I locked him in the closet as punishment, and I forgot he was in there, to be honest. So, I don't know how he lived, but he did. So he's fine. Everything's fine. We didn't
Yep.
murder him.
Just do the thing.
I'll just clean. I won't keep it.
Thank you.
Sorry. Don't kill me. Don't fire
Alright.
me.
All right. Maybe I'll give you a bone from my turkey, since you're doing a good deed. All right, Jim? Yeah. If you fuck this up, though, I'm gonna cut off your pinky. Okay. So that's the range of things that can happen. So just be a good intern, do your fucking job, and you won't be pinkyless. All right.
Yes, master.
All right, Jim.
Whoa.
Can we?
Don't call us master. Don't do that.
I mean, yeah.
We can call Bryce master. He liked it.
All right, we're hanging up now, Jim.
Okay.
Hugs and kisses. I'll fucking kill you if you fuck this up. All right, bye.
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 All right.
So that was an improv skit. That was all right, I guess.
What's
Did
just
I get to
happened?
keep the porn though?
There's no porn.
Fucking no, there's no porn to our live viewers because you guys are totally
0. It actually says viewers 0.
I know, but yeah, for the people who might actually watch this video, since we haven't fucked it up and said anything we're not supposed to,
I know.
um,
Yay!
So far.
we even talked about our work and not said anything. So for you guys at home, there's no porn in the PB&J Watchtower at all. So
Live.
Well, the
There is
PB&J
porn in the
Watchtower is now
hangouts.
virtual, and there's lots of virtual porn. So
Mm.
sorry.
Yeah.
So we just told Jim to clean up the internet. Whoops. Guess
We're
I'm
gonna have to
taking
go back
that
and-
pinky anyway.
We're gonna have to go back and listen to that because it may or may not work. Because to be perfectly honest, I did not catch that we were doing a skit yet.
I,
I was
I
like-
just jumped
I
right
didn't
into
mean to start it. I was just like practicing, and then it just turned into it.
Yes.
We just
Happens.
kept going.
It's all right.
Just let it happen, Patrick.
It's all right.
Just let it happen.
All right. I'm gonna get a couple vapes in, and then we're gonna come back.
All right.
I will intro us in, and
You get out. Walk away.
oh, it's your head in the top of the video. I was like, dude, there's a person back there, but it's actually your head.
Yeah.
Man. No more vapes.
There is a ghost in the back right-hand corner, like right by the kitchen.
Bitch needs to pay
The
rent.
Let me see. It looks like a small arm. Let me make you big.
And then what do you want to go into
Right
first?
It's like right by the sofa. It looks like an arm. It's pretty
Did you
weird.
hear me?
Huh?
What do you want to go into first?
Well, we teased the
talking
Black
about?
Friday thing, so we should talk
Okay.
about the Black Friday.
Okay.
And then, we won't make that super long like we did the Thanksgiving
Chris.
thing. What?
Pointing. What are you talking about?
A little higher, a little more to the left, and let me make you big so I make sure. Yeah, that.
That is a blanket on my recliner.
All right. It just looks like an arm from the camera
Little
because
bit,
your
it does.
webcam fucking sucks. Just looks like a short sleeve tee on an arm. Yeah.
Don't make fun of my not HD cam.
Well, I mean, get an HD cam and I won't make fun of it anymore.
Dude,
'cause
I'm gonna
it's
get
HD.
I'm gonna get a nice full HD cam.
I'm gonna
get a 4K
when you guys,
camera
you know what's
instead
gonna
of
be
full
amazing?
cam.
When you guys get HD cams is when I'm gonna upgrade and get like a full studio setup with like the big ass like news reporter camera. I'm like, yeah, fuck you guys, super HD 4K.
So
resolution.
I've already fucking decided that I'm gonna get the thing for the mic, start using the other mic.
Yeah.
And then that makes me professional. Everybody knows that.
What's to do, sir?
So
So yeah, we'll
right,
go
so I'm gonna
to the
bring
Black
us
Friday
back.
thing a little bit, and then I guess we'll get into our thoughts on what is essentially the dumbest thing I've ever read.
yeah, we'll go to that. There was something else I was gonna talk about. Oh, so with Black Friday, I'm also gonna talk about how I kind of went a little Amazon crazy today, but did hold back on buying anything. So
You know.
Okay.
all right, we're gonna give it a count real quick for the
Yeah,
audio
just in
version.
case. Just in case. So
And
I
anyone, and what's cool, I was actually just thinking, honestly, people that do watch this video, they're gonna be like, oh, that's how the fucking magic happens.
yeah, this is the
A
behind the
simple
scenes
little-
bonus. Yeah, the point, and then yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that wasn't the point, was it?
No,
Are we
3, 2, 1.
supposed to be counting?
that wasn't.
What?
3, 2, 1, go. Good luck splicing that together, you bitch.
You motherfucker.
All right, so well, Patrick, you're gonna bring us back. So point when you're ready.
No, you go ahead and point. I'm ready. We prefer when you point.
All right, fine. I will point.
I already made
You're the official pointer.
I'm the pointer guy. Hey, and
3,
3,
2,
2,
1,
1,
go.
go. All right, guys. Welcome back from break. It is me, the fucking Patrick. There's Bryce on cam right now,
Wow.
making crazy fucking faces.
there's no proof of that.
There is literally proof of it.
Again, this is I'm not even here. This is all Photoshop frame by frame. Again, I don't know why I have to keep explaining that.
Yeah, it's
So, and of course, we have Jilly Jordan is here with us as well. So before we went to break,
Yes.
which I apologize for break. We started doing a thing. I don't really know what happened.
It
Check
worked out. It's all right.
So, the,
There's nothing to
Uh,
apologize for at all.
you're right. I'm sorry. It was
Yeah,
amazing. It was amazing.
Stop apologizing for apologizing now.
Go to
I
our
just-
YouTube channel and watch this video, and you
Yeah.
can see how fucking weird we really are. So
I don't
anyway,
understand what he's talking about or not talking about.
because we don't even know if we're gonna use it. So hey,
there's that.
that's the background magic.
Right there, later on, they're gonna be like, "What, the elevator music? I don't get it." So anyway, before we went to break, we were talking about Thanksgiving. We started talking about Black Friday, which
The
is
spoils
the
of
second
war.
holiday. Now I know, Bryce, did you go out on Black Friday or did you
I went into the trenches. I did.
Man.
Me and my battle compatriot, my best friend. After we finished Thanksgiving, we were just sitting around talking, shooting the shit, and essentially, I cleaned out my wallet recently, and there was so much shit in there that was like from years ago. I had like 3 proxy passes for gates. I don't know what gates they go to.
Nice. Okay.
Shit like that. So my wallet's a lot more floppy now.
Floppy.
But yeah, because it was rigid as fuck before and it was fat as fuck. And now it's like nice and thin and floppy and it doesn't hurt when I sit on it anymore. It's glorious.
I prefer thin floppy wallet. I mean, not for nothing. I think I have like maybe 6 things in my wallet.
Yeah, now I only have like, well, now it's 5. Because I had a gift card that my parents had given to me as a housewarming gift to Target for $100 that I forgot about completely. And I cleaned out my wallet, and then I was like, wait a second, I have a $100 gift card for Target. What's the Black Friday situation looking like? So we looked at the ads, and at Target, they had a bunch of TVs on sale. And my TV in my living room was garbage before. It was like, when Plasma first came out and they were still fat as fuck, but they were flat screen, quote unquote, and like it burns at 1,000,000,000 degrees and all that shit. That was the TV in the living room, and it was only like the TV itself was like 50 inches big, but the screen was like 28 inches. That's how that situation was. So I was like, let me get a bigger TV for the living room. Because, you know, I've been having people over more often, and we've been, like, doing stuff with that TV. So let me make it to where we can actually view it without squinting. And so we looked at the sales, and, you know, we saw that Target was, you know, they had some good deals. And I have my $100 gift card. So we got in the car, and we showed up, like, 40 minutes before they opened the doors. And I'm thinking, shit. The line's going to be all the way wrapped around the fucking building. I'm going to have to settle for the more expensive, not as good of a deal TV, but, you know, $100 off with my gift card, it'll make it
plus whatever discount's already there.
Right. So it would still make it worth the value. I get there, and the line is like longer because there's people sitting down and people in chairs, so it's not compressed yet. We're not even like halfway across the building with this line.
So when you first seen it, right before people started to stand up or whatever, were you
there was like a moment of panic. There was a moment of panic, and then I was like, wait a second. And then we were like driving by, and we saw the end of the line, and we're like, oh shit, wait, no, this isn't as bad as we thought. This is decent. I might get something good. Then we got in line. We had a nice conversation with a woman who was sitting next to us, and essentially she just looked at me and she's like, so what are you here for? And I felt like I was in every prison movie ever. What are you in for? And I was just like, I killed a man. No, I was like, I need a new TV. So please, I'm going to get that fucking TV. And, we had a nice conversation. It was really cool. Then it got closer to the time.
Was she there for a TV also?
She was there she had a fucking list, like paper. She planned it out. She had people who sent requests to her to get stuff. She was on a mission.
Towels.
She had a map. She had a map of the store, and she plotted her route for what she was going to hit when. So that way she made sure she got one of all the big deals, and then she could take her time with some of the smaller things that people don't give a shit about, like a salt lamp for $13, shit like that. So she had she had a drawn, like she pen drew through the store what her route was going to be. And I'm just like, well,
crazy.
I'll see what the deals are. And I had one TV in mind that I saw in the ad, and there were 4 pages of TVs on there. I looked at the first page, and I saw a deal I liked, and I was just like, all right, that one. I didn't look through all of them because I didn't give a shit. But this guy is walking out there because they started doing this to basically stop people from beating the shit out of each other, trying to steal things to their cart so they can buy it instead. They start giving out tickets now for certain items that are like a super deal. Nice. And they give them out in the line, so that way in the line you get your first choice, so that way you don't have to worry about getting there first or fighting other people to get there, murder a family, take hostages, things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
The normal Black Friday fare. And so the guy shows up and he's like, hey, 49-inch or 55-inch. I'm like, those are neither of the TVs I was looking at, but I'm like, what the hell? What's the deals on them? And he's like, the 49-inch, it's like this much, and the 55-inch is $250. I'm like, that one! Give me that one! Nice. Give me the ticket, please! And he gave me the ticket, and I was like, holy shit. And so we got in, and with the gift card and everything, I even bought a birthday gift for my best friend because her birthday is today. Nice. So happy birthday,
your best friend.
Yeah. I'll have to talk to her and see if she's okay with me naming her in future episodes. But yeah. So I got her a UCF official because she went to UCF, and it was like a, she's alumni. She's very much into the Knights theme.
Proud.
She has like a Nitro, because the mascot for the UCF is Nitro, and he's a knight, and she has a bobblehead of him, and it's adorable. So she's pretty big on the UCF. And so I got her a really nice quality, UCF branded shirt. It was 50% off. And so it was only like $12 because those shits are expensive usually. $25 for a fucking t-shirt? Get out of here. But $12 for a t-shirt and it's nice quality and it's what she wanted? Hell yeah. So I got that for her. All in all, I only paid like $180 something with taxes and everything for my stuff. It was amazing.
Nice, dude. Good job.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. So, we set the TV up, and I cried a little on the inside when I saw it because it was just so glorious and beautiful and way bigger than I expected. Like,
I see it today. It's big as fuck.
It's huge. And when I walked up to the counter, I was like, 55-inch TV in my mind. I'm like, all right, that's pretty big. The box for it? Holy shit. It looked like I was buying like, I don't know, like a wall piece, like part of a drywall. It was like the box came up to like my tits on its side. Like it was just insanely hard.
I'm a little sad, right? And congratulations. I'm a little sad though that your story was not. So I got in the store and I had to like freaking arm wrestle 3 little people. Then once I got past that, as I go to get the TV and
there were 3 little people in a trench coat standing on each other's shoulder.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. And then like a big black mama like stops me and she's like, no, honey. And then we had to have
formation.
Yeah, and then
we're going for all the stereotypes and tropes. I like
exactly. It. So anyway,
Chris Rock's character from the Fifth Element just shows up and he's just like
puts the mic to your face and he's like, "How do you feel about me? How do you feel about me taking this?"
And then I just punch him in the dick. I'm like, "I loved you in the movie. I don't like you taking my TV." And I took the TV.
Yeah, see, much
and
better.
And that rips my thumbs out of my stomach too.
Much better.
For some reason. Yeah, but yeah, no, it was a really chill. Like Black Friday was really relaxing this time. I don't know.
Yeah. So I didn't do any Black Friday. Like I didn't actually go out. Now my wife did. Dude, I looked at, and honey, I love you, but you're crazy. I look over this morning when I wake up. It's like 6:30 in the morning. My wife is gone already. I was like, whoa. Yeah. And then she was. I had to be at work today. I had to leave my house today. By like 12:30, I believe.
Back to the plantation.
Yep. And she wasn't even here yet at 12:30. So.
When you go in the trenches, you stay there.
Yep, exactly. Now she got a lot of stuff.
Right.
Now I did get a Black Friday thing by having a friend of mine who went to Best Buy pick it up for me.
Jesus, Best Buy is the hardest one to like get into.
Is it?
Everyone think, that's the one that is always stereotypically like all the way wrapped around the building.
He went Thanksgiving night.
Yeah, that's what people do. Like they actually had to make like a trespassing situation where there's a special Black Friday trespassing for if that Best Buy doesn't want people camping out, they can trespass people and get the cops to show up and take them away.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, because it was such a problem where people were setting up tents. It was like a fucking tailgating event 3 days before Black Friday. So on Thanksgiving, people were having Thanksgiving in the parking lot. That's how big of a deal it was. Yeah.
Well, for the people that get in first, here's the thing. Originally, the people who got that doorbuster stuff were getting these amazing deals.
Insane deals.
Insane. And then it spread, and then it became a fight. And now, thankfully, there's ticket systs, like Bryce was saying, which is the awesome story, but whatever. So I didn't want to deal with that. Now, he didn't either. He went Thanksgiving night, and apparently it wasn't that bad or whatever. And I got, for a pretty good deal, a 4-pack of smart light bulbs.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Right? So they're
the ones that you can like dim or brighten and
so it has like a little mini Wi-Fi box and like the light bulbs connect to it. It's freaking awesome. And now the reason I'm bringing this up is one, I got a really cool deal. I did a Black Friday thing, even though it's through somebody, right? But by proxy,
proxy works. Proxy wars are a thing. You can hire a PMC to do your dirty work. That's okay.
Yeah. So go me. Then today I'm on Amazon. I'm like, man, it's Black Friday. It's Black Friday, right? I'm gonna go on Amazon. Slow at work. I'm not really doing much.
Yeah.
And all I did was scroll through home automation stuff. Like, that's all I did. And
home automation is insane. Like the things you can do now. Like home automation used to be just the clapper, clap on, clap off, the clapper.
Exactly.
Like that was it.
And I never had one of those, but I wanted one
Me
so
neither.
bad.
I still do.
I think everyone wanted one, but no one really thinks of like the potential downsides of having a clapper. You're in the middle of like a really good football game. You know, the guys are all around. You get excited. Hell yeah, good play! Oh, the lights are out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is I had some experience with a clapper, and you can like yell at it,
You got the
and
clap.
and the lights will turn off. So it didn't always need. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't
That's
always
dope.
need a clap. Now I'm sure there's better versions, but this
Of
one
course.
you could just be like and it'd be like lights off.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's
I'm too
lame.
loud.
So,
My lights
I'm
would
talking
freak
about.
out.
I have a Google Home, right? Jordan has one. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
So now that I have these lights, I can fucking walk in my house like it's Star Trek freaking Enterprise and be like,
Right?
okay, Google, lights to 60%, and they do it, and it's amazing. So now I want the doorbell. I want at least 2 night vision cameras.
I mean, the doorbell, there was a pretty good deal on when I looked at it, and I was like, I definitely don't need that at all. But it would be
You
so
want
cool because it has the camera, and
Mhm.
like I can finally freak out the pizza guy when he shows up to my house and just be like I don't open the door
Well,
yet,
it's
but I'm
two-way
like, nice
communication and everything.
shoes. Yeah, like shit like that.
And then they have fucking outlets. It's like it's a power outlet. You plug into the power outlet,
Uh-huh.
but it's Wi-Fi controlled. So that syncs to man. I want all of it. So today I
That's
I
cool.
started putting
They don't go to bed. You're just like, all right, let me turn off all your electronic. All your outlets are out now.
I put 2
Go to
more. I put
Hell yeah.
one more starter kit in this is what I put in my thing.
Mhm.
That 2 of the plugs, 1 camera because they're expensive. All this stuff, bro. I can pretty much automate my entire house
Yeah.
for like $450.
Yeah. I mean, the Google Home stuff is amazing because the Google
Yeah.
Home hooks up to all of it. So you can just say, okay, Google, turn my lights off, or okay, Google, do this or do that. It's insane how much, voice commands are a thing now for
Mhm.
literally anything. Open my garage door, anything.
Yeah, well, dude, there's garage door openers. There's
locks.
thermostats, locks for your house. Like it's
Yeah.
fucking retarded. Now the locks for your house, as long as it's through I don't think it's a good idea to have one on your Google Home. If you have
Agreed.
electronic
I
locks,
agree,
it's okay to
yeah,
have
no
them
way.
if they're through like
provider.
your like ADT or AT&T or whoever, whatever.
Yeah, like the digital life
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like those, because it's like encrypted shit. That's safe. But do not be a fucking dumbass and connect.
Hook it up to your Google because let's face
There
it,
was
if
a
you're the kind
story
of
about
person,
that.
really.
Yeah, how this
Well, it
dude
was a camera, wasn't it? Wasn't it like a kid's camera or some shit?
No, this dude had a smart like doorknob and shit and lock on his door, and he had everything controlled by an iPad that he just had in his house that was voice activated by Siri. So
Uh-huh.
he could stand at his window at his front door and literally yell through the window,
Okay,
Siri, open the door, and it unlocks the door.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Fuck.
See, that's
yeah.
Apple HomeKit. HomeKit is really
Yeah.
cool. I'm a Google person, so we actually, my kids don't listen to this, so I could say that we got them for Christmas each a Google Home Mini because they're on sale crazy right now.
Oh,
You can buy
Nice.
one for like $29 or
Yeah.
$30
Yeah,
or
like
something.
30
It was 30 at the Target, and then the big one was like 79, and that's usually
Yeah.
like 130.
Yeah.
So they have some really good deals on the Google Home
Yeah,
stuff.
big time.
So we got both kids one. They're gonna think it's cool. I have the music and the home assistant thing, but really I'm gonna set like reminders for chores and shit on it.
Your
for 'em.
homework.
Like in the middle of the day, it's gonna be like, doo. Have you done your homework, Chloe?
That's what it's really for.
Automated parenting. I like
Dude,
it.
so I'm gonna automate my house and my parenting. What do you think?
I like it.
I'm in.
My only dislike for automation in the home is we're gonna get rid of the age-old excuse for when you're in an awkward conversation and you want to like eject from that shit, saying, "Oh shit, I left the oven on at my home. I gotta go. I just realized I left my oven on. I gotta go." Because now it's all automated. They'll be like, "Oh, just turn it off in your fucking cell phone." Let's keep
Well,
talking.
yeah. So only
I'm that one guy who was really weird from high school that you never want to see again ever, but I always show up at Walmart when you're there looking like shit.
I mean, let's be honest, right? If I had a bunch of money to build a house, I'd have fucking fiber optic and Ethernet cables laced
Oh,
through all
God,
the
yes.
walls
Hell yeah.
and shit, and I could have true automation, like for real automation. And honestly, I could probably use a Google Home as its brain because it's super cool. But
Yeah.
but seriously, for like $450, and if your house, and that's my house is kind of big, right? So like the smaller your house, the less money you're gonna spend, right? If you have a fucking apartment, you can automate your whole apartment for, I bet you, $200.
Yeah.
So
You know what I just realized? We could make the best, like, low-budget horror movie right now about an automated system that essentially somehow someone gains access to it, and then the house is just, like, killing off the people inside it because the person's, like, using the automation and, like, programming it in such a way that, it like, launches knives when the drawer opens, or the oven turns on and the gas is open and, it explodes part of the house or something crazy like that. That would be
shit that
interesting.
just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's a low-budget horror movie. It can't make sense. It's
None
like
of those make sense.
none
Somehow
of that
there's
is possible.
fire shooting out of the front of the electric oven.
Exactly. That's what I
Okay.
want. And like, it'll be super cheeseball and B movie, but people will love it just because it's something that people are legitimately afraid of with automation in the future. So like, I think that would be cool.
Things people are afraid of.
New $1 million idea.
Scary stuff, home automation.
Yeah.
For some reason, they're afraid of the Earth being round.
Funny you should mention that, because scientists around the world, are just baffled by one guy. See, this is the man that the world needs to open our eyes.
Is it now?
It is, because this man, who's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, I read the article.
Yeah, this isn't the first time he's
almost killed himself once or twice.
How long is a long time? When did he?
I believe his first attempted thing was 2002.
So
yeah,
don't let the people.
So I'm not going to keep stringing you guys along. This guy deciding he wants to prove that the conspiracy of astronauts, fabricating the shape of the Earth, decided he's going to launch himself in a rocket that he made out of scrap metal, so he can go up into space and prove that the Earth is flat once and for all. And essentially, it's a 500 mile per hour, mile-long flight that he wanted to do through the Mojave Desert. And he wants to mark his, and this is his first phase of his flat Earth space program. And he wants to go, way out into space eventually. This is just he
wants to be able to see the curve. Now, what's crazy about him and other flat earthers, though, is that most flat earthers don't believe there's space.
Yeah, they believe it's all like a skybox.
Yeah,
and, you're gonna hit a screen up there, and
so dumb.
And he
I think this is publicity stunt, because if he was a real flat earther, he would not be trying to go to space. He would say, hey, I'm going to go up in this rocket to try to prove to you that there's no curve or whatever. And honestly, even if he goes up there with a camera, let's be fucking honest, he'll video it and he'll be like, oh my God, we're idiots. It's round. And then people are going to be like, oh, the glass is curved. And he'll be like, oh, you're right. They must have got to me. CIA.
Either that, or after he's been convinced, the rest of them are going to be like, oh, no, he's just fake. This is a plant to try and trick us into believing that
he was brainwashed by the CIA while he was
So doesn't it say like his rocket's like steam powered or some shit?
It is. It's steam powered, and essentially, there's a test fire video floating around from 2012, where he's test firing a rocket, and someone's just like, all right, fire, and then there's some hissing of boiling water, then nothing. And he walks up to it and he pokes the fucking engine with a stick.
What?
He's just like, eh. And then it just explodes steam out. And then he built his first
I mean, it's good. It's a good idea. I mean,
poke it with a stick. Don't like touch it or do anything else. But it's still just hilarious to watch.
I meant the
like,
steam powered rocket, not poking it with a stick. That was probably dumb.
I mean, it was better than what I expected, which is him kicking it. But in 2014 he made his first manned flight, and long story short on that, the flight ended with him being dragged from the remains of the rocket, and he was put in a walker for 2 weeks because he broke like all kinds of shit.
Oh my god!
And
Didn't see that coming at all.
I know,
Now
right?
but hold on. Now he wants to do it again.
Yep.
To prove something that we've known for literally ever, wrong, I guess.
Not only that, he started a Kickstarter for the new rocket.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not. And he was like real sneaky about it. He was like, I'm not going to make this like a flat earth thing because then people aren't going to pay. He made it a NASCAR related situation. And he basically said, this is just to prove to the billionaires, that are trying to do this, that we could do it from our home, that, the fucking blue collared man can make it happen. So he was really smart about making it happen that way and, selling it. And, it was supposed to be in 2016. That he did this launch and he didn't.
I have a theory.
Okay.
So I don't think that his Kickstarter or whatever is strategically not talking about flat earth stuff. Again, I think that he's making that up. I think that he started doing this. It did not get the traction that it was supposed to get. Bryce is eating his hand. No, it didn't It didn't get the traction that he was hoping it would. Right.
It didn't.
So now he lets it leak or goes out on record. I'm not really sure how it is that, I'm gonna prove the earth is flat. I need your support. And he just tapped into an entire world that's willing to throw down money to then later say it's fake. But to throw money down to have this guy fucking.
Well, they actually had a conference recently. They had a convention, a flat earth convention. And I just think that that's amazing. And it was filled with trolls. People were just like, the questions that were asked. If you guys have time, Google the Flat Earth Convention because there's a bunch of people who were fucking with them real hard. It was great.
We've talked about it a lot. We've talked about it to the point where people don't want to fucking hear about it anymore. But I just don't understand.
I can't stop.
I don't get how you can continue to believe in bullshit like that. It doesn't make even a little bit of sense to me.
I know. It's absolutely insane.
So I can't wait to see what happens, though. Do you think this guy's gonna fucking raise the money to launch his dumbass into space?
No. Well, he made $8,000 with a flat Earth GoFundMe.
How much is he asking for?
Originally, he was asking for $150,000 on Kickstarter, and he only got $310. And then when he got
that's probably from his mom
through Flat Earth. He raised $8,000, and he's footing the bill for the rest, and it's a $20,000 rocket. And on the side of the rocket, it just says "Research Flat Earth." And
he's pushing the flat Earth thing hard, man, because that's his fucking honeypot.
Probably, and his friends, like there's a bunch of flat earthers who are coming out and volunteering their time to help him build the rocket, and he's not gonna be able to test it before he fires it. Because
he's gonna die. This guy's gonna die.
The rocket would be damaged if he tries to test it.
He's gonna kill himself.
And he said essentially that if he lives, he's gonna do another launch in the next year where he's gonna go into space above the disk. And when people were like, you could die doing this, right? His direct quote in response is, "It's scary as hell, but none of us are getting out of this world alive." And I'm just like, well, that's some fucking determination.
Hold on. And I really fucking like him for that, honestly. You know what? Man, you go up there and prove your fucking disc theory, sir. You bring me back evidence because that whole I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah, essentially. I like it. So
yeah, I like it too.
I'm just really fascinated. I really want to see the video of this launch because I'm sure it's going to be like
horrific. I mean,
Discovery level tragedy.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm thinking the same fucking thing. I gotta say though that think about how cool that is. Like, we should build a fucking rocket, not when we get in, but if this guy.
No, we should launch a peanut butter and jelly sandwich into space. A PBnJ manned spacecraft. That's what we should.
Dude, we could do this. You know that, right? Like, that we can get kits that can get something up there.
Well, not only that, but KFC did a thing like that. I think we talked about it. I'm not sure, but they're launching a chicken sandwich into space.
Nice.
reasons.
We did not talk about that.
We did.
Reasons.
Oh my god.
Why not?
So I will have to. I don't have it in front of me. I'll have to find it. But
Yeah.
they are launching a chicken sandwich into space as a
fully
publicity
support
thing.
that.
I'm down. I mean, sure, it's stupid, but I mean, fuck it. Why not? You know, we've already got a bunch of junk in space already. Let's start littering.
Let's give the aliens some shit to eat.
And let's be real. When the aliens do
Get
discover
them
it,
fat.
it's probably still going to be okay to eat in terms of it not being rotted, just because, you know, it's like McDonald's in that regard.
Space and stuff.
Yeah. But it's still going to be gross KFC, so they're probably going to shit their brains out and die and then realize that the planet was just awful and then never.
And then we'll get fucking invaded.
They're going to be like, what's this? It seems to be human food. Let us eat it. They're monsters. Kill them all. And then Independence Day, and it's over.
Oh
we
man,
don't have Randy Quaid anymore to save us.
So
He's
guys,
an
I think that I think what are you thinking? We're
We nailed it.
Nailed it. I agree.
Nailed it.
So Jordan, plug our social media.
Please.
Oh, and add YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So, Facebook, of course, PBnJ Podcast. You can find us there, on Twitter as well, YouTube, Snapchat, or just email us directly, PBnJ Podcast@gmail.com.
Yep,
We'll
and
love to hear from you.
it's PBnJ on everything, and like we were talking about earlier, we're doing this whole video thing now. Whether you join us live, which we'd fucking love, because there's a chat, you can interact with us. Like if you happen to be up in the middle of the night,
You're just like, hey, it went live.
yeah, exactly. So we're probably going to be doing this on Friday nights.
Like, comment, and subscribe so that way you can see when we go live. So that way
Yeah,
you'll be
do
like,
that.
hey, these guys are on live. Let me go troll them.
Exactly. Yeah, please come troll us because, that's awesome. So,
yeah.
But anyway, guys, I think, yes, 100%, we fucking nailed it.
I would say that we nailed it really hard because, not to toot our own horns, I'm going to go ahead and say that our remote podcasts have gotten a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
1,000,000%. Like, this right here with us seeing each other in this chat and everything with the broadcasting, I think has helped. I think we're getting a lot more natural at it. So let us know. Send us some feedback if we're doing better or if you think we're just absolute dog shit. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, or show suggestions, things you'd like to hear.
If you found some articles of weird shit you want to hear us rant about for a while, because we will.
Yeah, opinion about pilgrims.
Yeah, or
we accept
a movie
that.
you want the movie night to really rip apart. If you have a movie from your childhood that you're just like, I want to have my childhood destroyed, hit me up.
Except ones that I love, because I will hate you for
Send all the ones that Jordan loved. It's a small list.
Yeah, we'll send you. Yeah, he doesn't love us. That's fine.
big list.
All right. Not tooting our own horn. We
Go
nailed
on.
Nailed it. All right, puppy.
I'm going to stop the live broadcast. Peace.
Deuces.
Oh, we're so nerd dad.